potato puffs, crispy, light and delicious. Let's make them. I'm going to start by cutting and bringing 2 pounds of golden potatoes to a boil. I will try to cut them all the same size so they can cook evenly. After I'm done cutting them, I am going to take them to the stove and bring them to a boil and cook them until they are nice and tender. I'm gonna take 2 medium-sized sprigs of rosemary and I will chop them really finely, and then I will set them aside. After the potatoes have been drained, I'm going to let them cool off for about 10 minutes. If you want to know when a potato is ready, just grab a fork, stick it right in the middle of the potato, and if it comes out easily, means that it's done. With the potato ricer, I am going to shred the potatoes, and I will keep the skin on. I will not peel them, even because the potato ricer will do the job for me. I just have to remove the extra skin after I am done squishing the potato. At the shredded potatoes, I will add 7 ounces of potato starch. I will start first mixing with a fork, and then I will use my hands. At the end, I will put everything on a surface, on a working surface, and I will start kneading until all the starch is absorbed into the potatoes. It will become nice and smooth. This dough doesn't contain any gluten, so it might fall apart. When I start rolling it, in the video you can see that there are, especially the edges, are kind of like falling apart. But if I press all the dough together like in a small ball and then I actually roll it out, it keeps its shape. It's time to give the puffs is a round shape. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the dough from the cylinder that I create and I will roll it through my hands. I chose like a small medium type of size here, but I could actually do them bigger or even smaller. Of course, the bigger I choose to make them, the longer they're gonna take to cook, and the smaller I choose to make them, and the faster they're gonna cook. Another way to make the balls, you don't actually have to make the cylinder. If you want, you can just grab a little bit of the dough from the main ball and just start rolling it through your hands. That will work too. After the tedious and pain in the butt job of making the balls, I am going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of thyme. I also will add the chopped rosemary that I previously chopped, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add some fat to the potatoes, and I'm gonna add at the beginning just 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I will swirl the potatoes around to detach them from the bottom of the bowl, and then I will jump them, I will bounce them up and down to mix them and to coat them very well. And here, as you can see, I'm doing it the same thing with another tablespoon of olive oil. Swirl around and bounce up and down to mix everything together. To cook the potato puffs, I'm going to use a perforated tray. The perforated tray, it's used usually in the air fryers or in the convection ovens to give like a nice even crispiness through all the cooking. So the air is free to flow from top to bottom and from side to side. Here I am just using a regular pizza tray, it's nothing fancy. So after I lay down the potatoes, I am going to cook it at 350 for 25 minutes or until golden brown. Halfway through the cooking time, I will give it a shake to the puffs so they can actually detach from one another. And then I will spin the tray, and the back part will come at the front and the other way around. The front part will go in the back. Usually in the front all the air tend to kind of conglomerate there, so it's always good to give it a turn to allow to cook everything evenly. The potato puffs are done when they look like nice and crispy and golden brown. Take them out of the oven and let them completely cool down before serving them. And here are the golden and crispy potato puffs. Thank you so much for watching.